Hi there. Today I want to ask, what's wrong with capitalism? This little office at home that I record these videos in is actually where my wife works from. She's an architect, self-employed, and she likes it that way. But let's imagine she starts growing the business, taking on bigger projects and employing a larger team of staff. Maybe she wants to embark on an ambitious expansion. She'll need a lot of cash to fund the plan, so she might decide to approach an investment bank or try to find some angel investors, or even perhaps float her business on the stock market. Now, I don't think anyone sensible would want to prevent her from doing that, would want to kind of tinker with the basic model of capitalism to pull apart the building blocks of a productive market economy. But something has happened to capitalism lately that makes many, including me, feel that it's broken. So I'd like to highlight a few things, not an exhaustive list, just a few things that urgently need to stop or be radically transformed. So many of today's politicians, this is the thing, they still seem completely wedded to the pre-crash financial model. They haven't learnt anything. We've all lived through an experiment with neoliberal capitalism for over 3 decades. It's involved the deregulating of financial markets, the creating of a global free market, and note there that free trade certainly does not equal fair trade. And then ultimately there's been this extraordinary philosophy of encouraging eye-watering debt in the pursuit of growth. The outcome of this experiment, or one outcome of it, has been to thoroughly warp and corrupt the legitimate principles of capital, markets and trade, as I described them very simply just a moment ago, using the example of my wife's business. So then, what needs to change? Well, I want to just point out three things that are causing big problems. Here's number one, vulture capitalism. There was a big story in the news just last week. An investment group whose only driver is profit sees that a care home chain is asset rich but cash poor, i.e. it holds a lot of valuable property on its balance sheet but is struggling with running costs and becoming indebted. So they swoop in to buy up a controlling share of the business, not so they can help it succeed, but so that they can close the care homes, kick out the elderly residents and sell those properties at vast profits. Then we have the problem of markets becoming a home for speculators rather than for investment, sometimes called casino capitalism. Speculators aren't interested in whether companies succeed or fail. They aren't interested in companies at all as real entities that exist with employees and customers, etc. Speculators are only interested in a company's share price and whether it will go up or down. They do the same with national currencies, basically gambling, even manipulating the outcome they think is most likely, obviously with the goal of maximizing their own profits. So there's the second problem. Now, thirdly, and this is a rapidly growing but worryingly unregulated feature of contemporary capitalism gone wrong, it's the phenomenon of ultra-fast exchanges. So you've got these investment groups that have spent a fortune developing high-end, super high-end computer technologies that absorb huge quantities of data from the second by second, minute by minute daily business of the financial markets. They process it so fast, faster than any of the human brokers and fund managers can possibly think. These computers, with their algorithms, spot patterns in global trade and buy or sell shares automatically, and in the process outwitting the system and leeching out huge profits. So clearly there are 3 big problems that we're facing that need either eradicated entirely or some radical approach to regulation. Now, in terms of how radical we get, I'm not a revolutionary anti-capitalist. You can probably tell that by the tone of my little videos, and I'm not advocating that we shut down the markets, sell our houses, create a giant global kibbutz, but I do think that even the most rational person, we can all see that our current system is just manifesting some huge problems that can't be ignored anymore. We need a new generation of politicians who aren't beholden to that system. People who will bravely take on the vested interests and bring about the change that's so desperately needed. And so, thanks for watching again, and over to you now. Please do feel free to leave a comment. Thanks very much.